Hello there, this is Matt Belinkie from Overthinking It, and I'm here with Gary Hartle, who's the producer of the new Looney Tunes show, Wabbit. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
It is Wabbit.
It's Wabbit.
Now be a darling and give me my bag.
Not so fast, lady. If you like my bag so much, go buy a knockoff. If there's one thing DC's full of, it's fakes.
So, first of all, I gotta ask you, getting this job, it's gotta be your dream job, but it also has to be the most intimidating job in animation, right?
It really is, because they have a whole history. Every time you're taking on a show, you're always going to have people say, well, I like this back then, whatever. The one thing about Bugs, though, is if you really look at it, he's gone through many incarnations, even in the old ones. So what we tried to do in this latest incarnation of Bugs is act as though we just invented these characters. Act as though we didn't want to retread old gags. We wanted to create gags like right here, as though this is the first time we're making it.
So are you saying the approach is not to look too closely at what was done in the past, is to try to get a fresh start somehow?
Well, I think we all know who these characters are. Right. And even as we're talking to the voiceover actor, you know who you are. Now, this is your situation. So it's not reinventing Bugs, it's putting Bugs in a fresh situation.
Try a free sample of DC's hottest new cologne, a Washington whiff.
I'm more of a au naturel kind of guy.
So would you say this is a show that's more targeted at old fans of these characters, or is this for kids who have never seen a Looney Tune before?
That's an interesting question, because when the first incarnation of this show was actually going to be for college kids. And so it was going to be much edgier and whatever. And then at one point they talked about knocking it back for younger kids. So it actually has a little of both, and somehow that fell into the mix, and it just seems to be hitting right.
It's mine. Oh, mine!
Oh, there's my bag. I wondered where I dropped it.
So what makes these characters so classic? How come that we're still seeing Bugs Bunny and still enjoying Bugs Bunny all these years later?
I think what happens is when you're an iconic character, they start to kind of whitewash you and start to take away what you were. And what we try to do is go back to who Bugs was. He's a stinker, so we make him a stinker. And sometimes he'll do stuff, it looks like he put somebody in an awkward way, and he goes, he'll be fine, and he'll walk off, you know. And it's just like a certain little unexpected human part of him, you know, where we're not perfect.
Gary, thank you very much for talking to us today.